Hello everyone. The flooding situation in Europe over the past week has reached a truly alarming level. In my previous video, I talked about southern France, where residents have been battling devastating conditions to cope with the floods. In this video, we're turning our attention to a country that's been hit even harder, Italy. The first areas to be struck by this relentless series of floods were Tuscany, Savona, and Genoa in Liguria. On Thursday, October 17, 2024, these regions were severely affected by unprecedented flooding. The very next morning, on Friday, October 18, the regions of Lavoro and Siena in Tuscany also faced massive floods, paralyzing life in these areas. Streets were submerged, transportation came to a halt, and entire communities were left stranded. Bologna has also been heavily impacted, where over 90 rescue operations were carried out, including the evacuation of 3 families who were isolated by the overflowing river. The floods have caused significant transportation disruptions, with major highways being shut down due to flooding and debris. Rail services in and around Genoa and Florence were delayed or suspended as landslides blocked or submerged train tracks. In Liguria, particularly around Genoa and its neighboring towns, around 100 emergency interventions have taken place. Rising waters have trapped people in their vehicles and flooded the lower floors of homes. Towns such as Rapallo, Chiavari, and Sestri Levante have been severely hit. Firefighters have been working tirelessly to rescue residents and prevent further casualties. The situation in Emilia-Romagna is equally dire, with rivers such as the Reno and Panaro being closely monitored as their water levels continue to rise. Authorities fear more breaches could occur if the rain doesn't subside soon. In rural areas, residents are using sandbags to protect their homes, but the overwhelming amount of rain is making it increasingly difficult to manage. Temporary shelters have been set up in schools and community centers for evacuees, particularly the elderly and families with small children. On the island of Sicily, things are no better. Since Friday evening, thunderstorms and strong winds have battered the island, with Catania being one of the worst hit areas. Videos circulating on social media show streets turned into raging rivers, sweeping away vehicles. For flights had to be diverted from Catania's Fontanarossa Airport to Palermo and Falconburu airports due to the severe weather. These included Ryanair flights from Pisa, Madrid, and Paris, and a Turkish Airlines flight from Istanbul, all scheduled to land between 8:15 and 8:50. Heavy rainfall, accompanied by frequent lightning, has pummeled the province of Etna, causing extensive flooding across the capital. Mayor Enrio Trantino has ordered the closure of schools and public parks. Damage assessments are underway, but the destruction is widespread. A local fish shop has been severely affected, with floodwaters dragging vehicles under the Marina Arch. Italy has been enduring extreme weather over the past few days, with chaos spreading across the country. From Liguria to Sicily, no region has been spared. The severity of this disaster cannot be understated. Entire communities are cut off, businesses are shut down, and lives are at risk. The long-term impact on Italy's economy, especially in tourism, could be devastating. This is not just a momentary crisis. Environmental experts warn of long-term consequences as floods have caused pollutants from industrial sites and farmland to spill into rivers and water supplies, with particular concern in Tuscany. The Italian government is mobilizing additional resources, including the military, to support the hardest-hit regions. Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has expressed grave concern about the increasing frequency of extreme weather events and emphasized the urgent need for long-term infrastructure improvements to deal with climate-related disasters. Rescue and recovery efforts are ongoing, but the situation remains critical. Authorities are urging the public to remain vigilant and follow official updates closely, as the storms show no sign of letting up. Stay safe, everyone. This situation is worsening by the hour.